ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यायोगविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणातः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सर्वयोगाः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ समस्तब्रह्मविद्यायोगविद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. We are the toddlers, tiny tots, just learning to even crawl in our study of yoga. Shastram, Yoga Sutra, Yoga Siddhanta, Yoga Darshanam. So we need the blessings of all our yoga gurus and acharyas, mainly the Hiranyagarbha, Kapila, Patanjali, Vyasa. If they bless us, others also will bless. We will be able to grasp or catch. So therefore, let's remember them as we do every day for 2 minutes. Om Shri Hiranyagarbhaya Kapila Maharshaye Namaha. 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 Om Shri Patanjali 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 Maharshaye Namaha. Om Shri Vyasa 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 Maharshaye Namo Namaha. Having saluted all the gurus, now let us chant the first sutra 3 times. Om Atha Patanjala Yoga Darshanantargata Prathama Samadhipade Pratamam Sutram. Om Atha Yoganushasanam. Om Atha Yoganushasanam. Om Atha Yoganushasanam. Atha Yoganushasanam. So we have explained Yoga Darshanam, Yoga Anushasanam, Yoga Shastram we are studying. All explanation exhaustively we discussed. One thing what we can add to our understanding is what? You and I, all of us, have two natures. One is the essential nature. Second is the non-essential nature. Essential nature, we have to discover and get abided in it. It gives us mukti. Non-essential nature, we have to understand and discard it. It gives us mukti from bondage, and the essential nature gives us the anantata or the ananda. So the Vedanta caters to the revelation or revealing of the essential self. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, or Yat Sakshat Aparokshat Brahma, or now only we started today. Our second, what do you say, Valli Brahmaharada Valli, of the Shanti Mantra and Bhumika or Avatarika, what we are going to do is the essential nature of the Atma Jnanam only, Atma only is given by the Rishi. And that's how the entire Upanishad starts through the Viveka Vairagya, Dhyanam Ityadi, they're reaching to the experience of our essential nature. The two sentences are very important. Om Brahma Vida Apnoti Param Tadeshabhyukta. First sentence. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. हो गया. Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman. Where to find him? How to find him? So Shnute Sarvan Kaman Saha Brahmana Vipashchiteti. This is a Falashruti. So the Vedanta Darshana reveals the essential nature to us and gives the Ananta Ananda, which is a seeking of every heart. Yoga Darshana helps us in discovering the non-essential nature and helps us in doing the Nirodha or rejection of that. Both are complementary to each other. And you see, if the Vedantic Vicharana of Parabrahma Tattva is not taken into account and seriously minded, the yoga sadhakas, they'll be very busy in yoga chittavritti nirodha only. They will not be entering into the moksha giving atmanamoti. And with vritti nirodha, they get lot of siddhis and all. They'll be lost in that. See? And a time comes where a yoga sadhakas, they may become even biased towards the yoga and be little even Vedanta. That immaturity anytime can come in anybody. That spoils the entire show. The followers are confused in this way because of these great Mahatmas who gave 99% of benefit, 1% mistake they do, that is enough to spoil all the 99%. And this platform, people have studied Vedanta like you and me. I know only words, aham brahmasmi, amatma brahma, naham devasmi, naham jivosmi. सिर्फ बकते हैं लेकिन होता ही नहीं कुछ. Therefore, we only become pseudo philosophers, not to impress anyone, and Vedanta is not for impressing, nor to impress ourselves, nor to bring any change in us. With all Upanishads studied, we are at the same useless level of Ragadvesha, Kama, Krodha, Chitta, Vrutthis, and lost in that. Is it not without the yogas study? Therefore, a Vedanta should study yoga sadhana and thoroughly understand the entire inner subtle body mechanism. That's what we said about his own second nature, non essential nature, and should learn all the arts to reject it, eliminate it. That's what the Yoga Darshanam gives us. And in Yoga Darshanam, as its final goal, Tada Drashtu Sarupa Avasthanam, it mentions, Kaivalyam, it mentions. It talks about all. But predominance given is to the yoga. But they know that only by yoga, by Chittavritti Nirodha, moksha is not gained. That moksha comes only through Kaivalya or Atma Jnanam. That talks. So to in Vedanta. Definitely we are told, Vivek karo, Vairak karo, Samadhi karo. They're all Prakriti related sadhanas only. So that's like yoga only. But that's not much highlighted. What's more highlighted is the Sachidananda Brahma, the Vivek about it, variety of Prakriyas of Pratimimavad, Avachedavad, all the intellectual deep contemplations to discover the self. On that the Vedanta focuses more, though at the earlier level for qualification, Vedanta also says those sadhanas which are nothing but yoga. The Vedantin, because it is mentioned in less quantity, the preparations, if it doesn't value them, then the yoga sadhana, it will be obstruction every moment. So it should be taken seriously. So too, a yogi, how much of yoga sadhana is doing, if he is not keeping up spiritual goal, that yoga sadhana distracts him. They become arrogant. You can see anybody other than Vedantin are more arrogant. A true Vedantin cannot be, because everywhere same Brahma is there. How can he be arrogant? But the other places, थोड़ा भक्त बन गया, थोड़ा योगी बन गया, कुछ कुछ चढ़ ही जाता है उनके सर पे, because vision of Vedanta not added. So a Vedanti, one side deeply studying Vedanta, other side equally deeply should think that am I managing my Prakriti so that it is not a disturbance to me in my main goal of Vedanta. उनको उतना ही उसको भी वैल्यू देना पड़ता है. Same way, a yogi should always remember Vedanta and say, am I doing this yoga only for Chittavritti Nirodha, or the goal of Paramatma am I keeping intact in my mind or not? Else you will be only caught up in Vrutthis, thoughts. thinking about them, worried about them, at that level only. So in this way, the essential nature experience is given by the Vedanta Darshanam, and the non-essential thing, which is essential to remove that, is given to us by Yoga Darshanam. In that way, we can take. Okay. Now, what is that yoga? Yuja samadhau. When will the chitta enter into the samadhi sthiti, which is called as yoga? What the entire yoga sadhana is talking about? What are you going to talk to us when we are sitting with you in the further 195 sutras? What have you achieved? Hey Guru, please tell me. If the disciple asks, in the second sutra, the yoga ka lakshan bata rahe. What is yoga? Which is a goal to be achieved? To make us achieve which entire yoga darshanam, the theory, philosophical theory is given, as well as all the practices are given. किसके लिए योग किसको कहते हैं? योग का लक्षण क्या है? योग का स्वरूप क्या है? योग का डेफिनेशन क्या है? निर्वचन कहते हैं. So what is the nirvachanam? What is the lakshanam of the yoga? What is yoga? What is achieved in yoga? When do you say he is a yogi? In your subject of yoga darshana, what you want the seeker to achieve? You said Atha Yoga Darshanam or Atha Yoga Anushasanam or Yuta Yoga Shastram. Chalo, अब आकर बैठ गए. Like wonderful breakfast is ready, written outside. Items are not mentioned. Then you sit there and we ask them. In the पूरे ढाबा में सब लिखा नहीं रहता, but रहता है भोजनम तैयार. We go and then ask him कि क्या क्या. He'll tell the menu. Then you ask for it. Here also, what is there in your Yoga Darshanam? The second sutra says it. Okay, let us chant it 5 times so that that sutra only of the 3 words should be by hearted by all of us. Study that. Yogaha, yogaha, chitta vritti, nirodhaha, nirodhaha, yogaha, chitta vritti 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 nirodhaha. See, the sutras are not as big as the big shlokas of Bhagavatam. Some of them are there of 2 lines, 3 lines, but most of them are restricted to 6, 7, 8, 9 words. Some of them तो इतने छोटे भी हैं. Yogaha, chitta vritti nirodhaha. So first one, Atha Yoga Anushasanam. Second, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodhaha. First one says, we are giving you Yoga Darshanam. Second says, the Lakshana of the Yoga. What is the Yoga Lakshana? Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodhaha. Now we will delve on this sutra 1 or 2 days. Okay. First thing is what here? Yoga kya hai? Chitta Vritti Nirodhaha. I will talk to you first on the basis of Vidyaranya Muni, then I will take up Maniprabha Bhashyam. Then when the book comes, Vyasa Bhashyam also we touch and try to as much as possible understand these sutras. So here the introduction is what? Ki adhuna dvividhasya samadhehe sadharanam lakshanam yogasya lakshayati. Sadashiva Brahmanji says ki for the samadhi of 2 types, which is called as nature of the chitta by actually, which is now being taught to us through yoga. Why we have to be taught that yoga sadhana? To reach to the essential nature of the chitta called as sampragnata and asampragnata samadhi, because it is disturbed by 3 gunas. Now the chitta is so much lost in the world. So what is yoga? Yuja samadhau. What is samadhi? Chittasya dharmaha. And what is the dharma of the chitta? Samadhi. Which samadhi? Sampragnata, sampragnata. What is sampragnata samadhi? Where you are in the world, everything distinctly, without vagueness, without mixing, but we are understanding. That is called, in our layman's language, sampragnata. Asampragnata samadhi is what? Shifting the attention toward the self. Asampragnata means nothing is known other than the self. Is called as sampragnata samadhi. So we explained it. When the chitta works, it works efficiently in the world. When it is kept aside, pure self is experienced. That is called as chittaka natural sthiti, which is lost because of the gunas. Now again, to reinstate that sthiti, we are teaching the darshanam. We named it as yoga darshanam. Yoga darshanam is called samadhi darshanam. Samadhi darshanam is called chitta sahaja darshanam. Chittas sahaja Sahaja Swarupa. And Sahaja Sthiti is Sampragnata or Asampragnata. So here he says कि अधुना द्विविधस्य समाधेः साधारणम लक्षणम योगम लक्ष्यते. तो योग का लक्षण हमको यहाँ बता रहे हैं. दिस इज इंट्रोडक्शन बाय अवर विद्यारण्य मुनि. व्हाट इज दैट? योगः चित्तवृत्ति निरोधः. योग मीन्स चित्तवृत्ति निरोधः. चित्तवृत्ति निरोधः. So what you and I have to understand, first thing, it is not chitta nirodha. Because you can't do the nirodha of the chitta. Because chitta is nothing but chitta. In the chitta, arrival of the vrittis made it the chitta. When the vrittis are resolved, the chitta becomes chitta. Therefore, our effort is not to destroy the chitta. Our effort is to destroy or eliminate or control or curb. All these are the meanings of the word nirodha. Only of the vrittis. So, vritti rahita chitta is equal to chit. Please remember this much. Chitta, for some reason or the other, the perceiver perceived vrittis, when it comes in it, it becomes the chitta. Once it starts to become chitta, endlessly it goes on projecting the vrittis like the stable water. You have thrown a stone or anything, wave started. When the wave starts, it goes on creating, projecting other waves because of the delicacy of that water. अब कब खत्म होएगा सारे waves नहीं पता होता है. In the same way, the vrittis are the one which is sustaining the chitta. Because of the chitta and chitta vrittis, we are not able to see the self. The seeing the self is a goal. Therefore, to reach the goal of seeing the self, we have to dissolve the chitta vrittis. Then the chitta alone is discovered as chit. ये एक बात आज मेनली मन में रख लेना. योगः not chitta nirodha, chitta vritti nirodha. Second thing is what? The nirodha it is spoken about, not complete nasha. What is the nirodha and nasha difference? Nasha is namo nishan mitha dena, destruction. Nirodha is able to fully keep that chitta vrittis in your control. Now you can feel that. What is the difference between controlled vrittis and uncontrolled vrittis? Uncontrolled vrittis are that state of life wherein a lot of vasanas are there from outside, lot of desires are there in the mind, lot of the temptations are there from the outer world. Because of these three, there is no control of the chitta or the vrittis in our hand. Vrittis are required for vyavahara, vrittis are required also for the contemplation of the truth. Only at the level of experience of the truth that all the vrittis are dropped. So what takes us up to the experience is vritti only. Like the Guru is teaching Vedanta. Vritti nahi ban raha hai kya? Vritti is a thought, a ripple in the mind. Is it not? Vritti is a thought. Tomorrow, day after, when the Vyasa Bhashyan comes, that also will explain. So without the thoughts, how can Guru teach us the Vedanta? Without thought, how can we the disciples listen? Only at the last moment, where Akhanda Brahmakara Vritti for long time we maintain, then that Vritti also dissolves in the experience of Paramatma. But till that moment, we need to have the Vritti. Which Vrittis we should have? The Niruddha Vritti. What Niruddha? Which are in our control. What is the control of them? जितना चाहिए उतना आप मन को वृत्तियों को ले आते हो, काम करते हो, उसके बाद रख दिया. अब क्या हाल है? As I told you, three reasons: outer temptations, inner habits, desires, innermost vasanas. Aniruddha chitta vrittis are uncontrollably, continuously coming. And we are not even having a pause even to think, यार ये कहाँ से आ रहे हैं, क्यों आ रहे हैं, इसमें क्यों फंस रहा हूँ, क्यों इसके साथ बह रहा हूँ, मैं इन वृत्तियों के कारण ऐसे पाप करके अपने आप में क्यों दुखी कर रहा हूँ. None of us are thinking about it. Like in a big crowd of temple or कुंभ मेला, एक एक और धक्का देते जाते हैं, पता ही नहीं होता, अरे क्यों कर रहे हो, लाइन में जाओ, सब दर्शन करो. In the same way, so many vrittis are coming and pushing us into the work and karma phala. Continuously samsari only we are living. Like you have children. So absolutely unruly children of indiscipline. Don't you regret it? यार ऐसे कैसे बच्चे पैदा हुए. But remember, you have children, but such a great ones that they are fully under your control and discipline. So having the disciplined children is called as children nirodha. It doesn't mean children nirodha means don't have children only. You should have children, but they should listen to you. इन द सेम वे वृत्तियों का निरोध का अर्थ क्या हुआ? अपने आप वृत्तियां नहीं आ रहे. ओनली व्हेन आई वांट आई एम गेटिंग द वृत्ति. इट्स अ मास्टरी. That time when you feel you want to sleep, you can immediately, and when you want to get up, you get up. When you want to be active, dynamic in the world, to do the work with rajoguna, you are able to fully do that. And when you are able to come to sattva, when with your own choice you are able to come to sattva guna and focus on the knowledge. This state of achievement is called chitta vritti nirodha. At that time, with the nirodha of the chitta vrittis, the outer work also is accomplished. When that is over, the vrittis are kept side and you can enter into your own asamprajnata yoga. Understood? The vyuttana dasha, the vrittis are under your control. Niruddha dasha, you kept the vrittis side pay and you are able to relaxedly meditate. You are not in the self. You are not worried कि ये चित्त कहाँ भाग रहा है. Little of understanding. Day by day we will add to it. Don't worry. Wherever you are able to catch it. नहीं है तो question करो, हम इसको discuss करेंगे. But this shastra I am तो studying very thoroughly for my sake. Let it take 6 months or 1 year. Repeat भी हो जाए. सारे भाष्यम वार्तिकाएं देखेंगे. थरो बजा लेंगे. वेदांत का, भक्ति का और योग का तीनों पूरा समझकर वर्ल्ड में कर्मयोग से जीते हुए with all these 3-4 together, let us evolve in our sadhana. Nothing other than this should be important. बाकी चीजें आते आते. Anyway, Lakshmana Swami is there to tell us through Kevatji and Guha, he just enjoy whatever is coming and relax. Don't get distracted. He was talking about Prarabdha and Purushartha yesterday. What a great topic it's going on. All our 6 classes are masterpieces only, by the way. Now, our क्या कहते हैं सदाशिव जी का कमेंट्री ऑन दिस सूत्र नंबर 2 योगः चित्तवृत्ति निरोधः. ही सेस कि रजः तमोवृत्त्योः निरोधः योगः इत्यर्थः. So yoga is called what? योग का लक्षण क्या है? चित्त के वृत्तियों को निरोध करना. That much is in the sutra only. Easily anybody can understand. Now here the Vrittikara says the sarva word is not mentioned. Therefore sarva vritti nirodha is not the yoga. Then which vritti nirodha is yoga? Very important. The tamas and rajas vritti nirodha alone is yoga. Because yoga is yuja. Yuja is samadhi. Samadhi is nature of the chitta. That nature of the chitta called samadhi has 2 types. One is samprajnata, second is asamprajnata. In the asamprajnata yoga, all vritti nirodha is done. But in samprajnata yoga, ki sattvika vrittis are there. Therefore, when we have to talk about samadhi in both ways, in the samprajnata samadhi sthiti, the sattvika vrittis are there. That samprajnata samadhi also is called as yoga. Therefore, if you have to define yoga as chittavritti nirodha, you cannot say all vritti nirodha. Because all vritti nirodha if you do, then samprajnata samadhi is not achieved. Because in samprajnata samadhi, sattvika vrittis are required. Then vyavahara will not happen. Therefore, only the tamasika rajasika vritti nirodha we have to do. That is called yoga. With the sattvika vritti, we will be in the samprajnata samadhi. संप्रज्ञात समाधि पार करोगे देन असंप्रज्ञात समाधि योग आपको मिलेगा वहां बाद में. Clear? Now here little technical thing I'll explain 4-5 minutes and I'm not insisting you to catch it. Try karo. He says rajastamo vruttyoho nirodha yoga ityartha. Okay, only rajastama vritti nirodha is yoga, not satvik. अतः सात्विक वृत्ति सत्वे अपि संप्रज्ञातः and संप्रज्ञाते न अव्याप्ति. So सात्विक वृत्ति is maintained and in संप्रज्ञात samadhi सात्विक वृत्ति is required because you have to know everything. You have to do vyavahara. Like what is the satvika vritti in samprajnata samadhi? You are listening to Guru, every word, every sentence thoroughly. And to be able to listen and understand, you need to have vritti. And how the vritti should be absolutely sattvic, not distracted by rajas and tamasic. Therefore, in trying to gain the Sampajnata Samadhi, called as exactly catching what Guru is saying, we need to have Satvika Vritti. But what disturbs us? Rasic, Tamasic. Therefore, what is the Yoga Sadhana told for us in future? To remove the Satvik, Tamasic and Rasic Vrittis only, not Satvik right now. When we go to the Nirbija Samadhi, at that time, even all the Vrittis also will transcend. But here, while telling the Lakshana, these are all philosophy. Philosophy is explained in so exhaustive manner with lot of rules, regulations, restrictions, and words and ideologies, etc. होता है. तो यहाँ योग लक्षण जब बताया चित्तवृत्ति निरोध इन संप्रज्ञ समाधि सात्विक वृत्ति आर देयर therefore चित्तवृत्ति निरोध cannot be taken as सर्व चित्तवृत्ति निरोध therefore you must know it as only rasic tavasic वृत्ति निरोध. In this case only there is no avyapti. ओके व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ व्याप्ति आज 3 मिनट हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि कहते हैं व्हेन यू टेल अबाउट समथिंग लाइक यू टेल समबडी go to railway station and pick up someone. Now when you tell that person to go pick up someone, how will you know him? You have to tell the details of that person or not. Those details are called as lakshanas for this person to recognize that fellow. यास also कैसे रहते हैं क्या होते हैं आजकल तो सेल फोन है ये है ऑल दिस यूजलेस थिंग्स केम बट अर्लियर तो थ्रू लक्षणावृत्ति ओनली वी कुड रिकॉग्नाइज like any foreigner comes to India, your own children, grandchildren, send them to market and tell him, "Arey tomato le aao." He never knows what is tomato. Then you have to tell the lakshana of the tomato. It is red in color and all that. Okay. A lakshana, when you are telling about of a person, an object, so you are telling that person to go and fetch. You named it, but you'll have to discover it. To discover it, you have to tell the lakshana. Clear? The lakshana should not have these 3 dosha. I'm just an intellectual inquiry today we are doing. It will be useful in our further contemplations. Any lakshana said should not have the 3 doshas. If these 3 doshanas are there, then that is not a proper lakshana, which will help us to reach the lakshita. What are the 3 doshas? That's called as ativyapti dosha, avyapti dosha, as well as asambhava dosha. See, ativyapti dosha, then avyapti dosha, then asambhava dosha. Okay. First one is what? For example, we see ki avyapti dosha of the lakshanas. Avyapti dosha of the lakshana. What example given is ki first ativyapti we see. Ativyapti means what? When you are telling a lakshana of a vastu, when you are telling a lakshana of the vastu, if those lakshanas are permeating in other vastu also, not only this, it is called as ativyapti dosha. जो लक्षण आपने बताया वो और कहीं भी पहुंच रहे हैं दो लक्षण दे आर applicable somewhere also or they are seen somewhere also is called ativyapti. For example, you told a person to bring a cow. He never seen a cow, for example. Then naturally you have to tell the lakshana. Then a cow is that one which has got 2 horns. Lakshana you told. And he went. Then he saw a buffalo. It also has got the 2 horns in its head. Therefore, he brought that. The buffalo he brought. What he told to bring is cow. That fellow has tell me the lakshana. He said there are 2 horns. And when he went and searched, he found 2 horns, but they belong to a buffalo. He did not see the buffalo. He was following the lakshana. An animal with 2 horns is called the cow. So he brought that buffalo only says, Tumne kaha do? How many times every day when you send your children or servants for groceries, because of the lakshana dosha, instead of one thing, he brings something else. Even in the cooking also, if the lakshana is not properly told, the wrong recipe comes to us. So the first dosha in the lakshana vritti is avyapti dosha. Sorry, ativyapti dosha. What you said is applicable to something else. तो आपने 2 हॉर्न वाला ले आओ बोला, तो 2 हॉर्न में ले आओ भैंस को। ठीक है। देन व्हाट इज अव्याप्ति लक्षणम? द सेम थिंग। अव्याप्ति इज व्हाट? कि नॉट ऑल द लक्षणास आर देयर प्रॉपर्ली टोल्ड। फॉर एग्जांपल यू सेड कि देयर इज you go and bring the cow. The cow is in white color and also it has got the horns. White color and the horns. So he went, so he saw the buffaloes, he saw the goats. So they are having horns, but they don't have the other lakshana of the whiteness. Then what did they do? They are not cows, therefore they left it. But when they went further, they saw a cow in the brown color. Okay, it has got the horns. Clear? So one lakshana is completed, the horns, but the color is brown. Be attentive. But it is a cow only. But the lakshana was not told by that fellow. He said what? White cow, color in white and horns. Horns matched, but whiteness did not match. Brown is there. Avyapti dosha. He is seeing cow only. But when he is comparing the lakshana, cow is white, na? As per the one who gave the lakshana. This brown, therefore it is not a cow. He went away only. This is called avyapti. So in the lakshanas, the incompleteness is called avyapti. He should have told the cow can be, it is in this brown color also. Some cows are they black also. So this is called avyapti lakshana. Means पूरे लक्षण वहां जज नहीं रहे, not sufficient. Horn are matching, but the white cows are there. But he has seen a brown cow. But he could have brought it because he asked the cow to be brought. But he is not accepting it as cow because one lakshana is not reached. So in the first ativyapti dosha, thing which is not told is brought. भैंस को ले आए. In the second one, the thing is in front only. In the avyapti dosha, but is not accepting because the lakshana is not complete. दो हो गए. That third one is asambhava lakshana. What is that? Go, what? Bring a cow. Tell me the lakshana. What is there? Cow is that which has got 2 legs. Now he will go all over the world and search for. There will be no cow found with 2 legs. Therefore, it's called as asambhava lakshana. Okay. So here yoga ka lakshan jo bata rahe. So there should be not the what is the dosha here? Avyapti dosha should not be there. चित्तवृत्ति निरोध is not vyapta in sampragnata samadhi. Avyapta ho raha hai. Because in sampragnata samadhi, the sattvika vrittis are required. But if you say chittavritti nirodha is yoga, and if you say sarva chittavritti nirodha, then avyapti hota hai wahan. Therefore, what we are saying is only the rajo tamo guni vritti nirodha. That's called yoga. So that's what meant by our yoga sutrakaro. So anytime you do the removal of only those things which are obstruction, which are negative, why do you remove the positive ones, helping ones? You don't remove it. Therefore, sattva guna vrittis are right now to required. At the level of reaching the self, we may transcend even them, but ab to humko jaruri hai. So in this way, having said this one, the avyapti and ativyapti and asambhava, 3 they are negative lakshanas of a vritti. When you tell a lakshana of something, these 3 doshas should not be there. Avyapta, ativyapta and asambhava dosha. A new knowledge you have added today. It's there everywhere. वेदांत में तो इसी का डिस्कशन होता ही रहता है. Now, when we take up tomorrow our what do you say Maniprabha Bhashyam, in that we are given some beautiful details regarding our chitta, and on it the influence of sattva guna, raja and tama and their combination, because of which what type of modifications in the mind comes of various emotions. A listing out. Then in the future mantras and all, various sadhanas are told to us to set right all these things. It's a beautiful. Yoga sutras are so substantial to study, very inspiring to practice also. मजा आता है. But then there's a problem of holding on to only the chitta vrittis. We may even forget or remember, lose our devotion to Paramatma, and वेदांत भी कभी कभी हम सुपरसीड कर जाते हैं वेदांत को भी. That problem is in yoga. But when we are studying, you and me, we are seeing all the three as combo pack, we will not have that problem. We will be protecting ourselves consciously. Wherever one sadhana is superseding other at the at its own cost. ऐसा होने नहीं देंगे हम केयरफुल रहेंगे. सो योग चित्तवृत्ति निरोध. हियर इट इज वर्ड सात्विक राजसिक तामसिक वृत्ति नाम निरोध इज एव योग. दैट इज इट्स लक्षण. देयर इज नो अव्याप्ति दोष if you take it as only rasic tamasic vritti nirodha. So what is yoga? Atha yoga anuशासनम. We are giving the yoga shastra. What is the lakshana of yoga? Chitta vritti nirodha. And which chitta vritti? Sattvic, rakkar, rasic, tamasic. And why that vritti nirodha has to be done? Tada, then only drashtuhu, for the drashta swarupa avastha. Clear? If that drashta is not establishing in his swarupa, because chitta vritti nirodha is not done, what will be his problem? Is vritti saropyam itaratra. He is forced to get identified with variety of the vrittis which are there because you have not done the vritti virodha, then nirodha. Therefore you become sansari. वृत्ति निरोध किया तो स्वरूप स्थिति, नहीं किया तो identification with them, continuing samsara. Choice is yours. Just like in Vedanta also says, I am drashta. These are all drushya. Drashta is never touched by the drushya. Drushya can never become the drashta. It is your choice whether you want to establish in knowledge that I am drashta, don't get influenced by any drushya, then you are mukta. Or if you allow yourself to get attached, then a peculiar personality called a jiva comes. He identifying the upadhi will go on suffering even for millions of lives. Choice is yours. Almost similar, they go together. वो उनको वो लोग वहाँ उस भाषा में कहते हैं, वेदांत में इन द योगा इन दिस भाषा इट इज सेड. Both let us study, and whichever is useful at whatever time of or stage of our evolution, we use them and grow in our life. Tomorrow मणिप्रभा व्याख्या और व्यास भाष्य भी आ गया, बाकी सारे साइड में रखकर हम उसी को पढ़ेंगे. Thank you for the day. God bless you all. Now the time for me is 10.